Hi guys, Marika here with another card tutorial, and today I'm playing with Witchy Wanda by Make It Crafty. This is actually one of the first Make It Crafty images I ever colored. However, I don't have the photograph of that left anywhere. I've been looking for it and haven't found it. I know that I uploaded it to the challenge kind of forums that Make It Crafty had when Make It Crafty was the first images I started coloring when I started coloring with alcohol markers, and this image was actually colored in Spectrum Noirs because those were the first alcohol markers that I bought, and I just wanted to kind of come back to her. I've been wanting to come back to her for a long time. Every time I see her in the store, I'm like, I have to color her. But, you know, it's always new stamps out there you want to color and she might not fit in. So I thought for this Halloween, I'm actually gonna do a little twist on the then and now, even though I don't have the then photo. Really sorry about that, but I haven't found her. I've been looking, but I've basically changed computers several times since I did this, and it was before I blogged and everything. I actually looked on my blog and I couldn't find the image either. So yeah, I know that I'm doing her in completely different colors. I'm again not picking the purple and greens that for me have been very witchy colors. Instead, I'm giving her hair a kind of nice red tint, and then I'm gonna go black. All of her clothes are going to be black, and I have a couple of coloring tips when it comes to coloring black. First of all, I'm actually not using a black marker at all when I'm coloring this. The darkest I'm going is W10, and W10 is a very dark grey, and it's a warm grey. I'm kind of sticking with the warm colors because that is kind of the color scheme I'm thinking about. So it's a warm grey and it's the darkest warm grey. Another tip is, if you can see it, I'm leaving white on basically almost all edges, especially on those kind of little things on the knees, the buckles on her legs, and those. So I'm leaving white around them, and then I'm going in with my lightest color, which is W4, which I'm going around them, and therefore I'm giving this a little lighter of a delimiter, and I'm making them stand out. If I had shaded them as you usually think, you know, with the darkest shade towards where the lighter to the light, which in this case in the upper right corner, I kind of like doing it in the upper right corner. It's my one. I think it is my favorite light source. But anyhow, I have the light source there, but I have the reflecting light source, and I'm also giving that, even though naturally if you look on a photo you probably wouldn't have a shine there, I actually give it a shine there just to give that delimiter, and it actually doesn't look crazy. This is actually something that cartoonists have done for years and years and years, so that you can kind of see the difference. When you have a whole black character, to see the difference, you give that little lighter edge, so they delimiter themselves. So that is my tip on doing black. Think about it. I talked about it when I did the character's hair yesterday, that I make a delimiter on both sides, and I'm also, and on the shoes I'm actually doing that on those things. I'm giving them a delimiter on both sides. You don't have to do both. You can do one of the sides, and sometimes you just want to do one of the sides, but here it kind of fit it in. It's all about playing and figuring out how you want it to look. I continue and giving her most of her dress a greyish tone. This is most of everything is going in with this blackish, greyish. I really like this color because they kind of go to the velvety If you want them to be more metallic, I would go with a much cooler grey, and also have a bigger contrast. But here I get them a little bit velvety. For the kind of what's it called? Which is broom. That's the word. God, sometimes words. For the broom, I'm using my E40s. Again, they kind of go very well together with the warm greys and with the kind of warm brown tones in the oranges that I'm using. I'm using some both redder browns and oranges in everything here. So I'm using the same colors that I used in her hair, except for in her hair I'm actually having a deeper brown also. But for the rest of the kind of body and all of the little details, I'm using E08, I think, YR16, YR18, and some YR12. And to add her to my card, I'm going to cut her out, and I'm cutting her out with my Cutter Bee scissors. I really like these scissors, they are wonderful. I actually have two now. One of my scissors, the one that has a bit of a tape on it. So if you see on one of the handles on the scissors, there's a little piece of orange tape, and that is my dull scissors. I've used them so much that when I do really big cuttings, it's much easier to go with a much sharper scissor. Also, I had this question the other day that I'm actually cutting tape with my scissors. I do cut my foam tape with my fancy cutting scissors, but now I try to cut the tape with the more dull pair of the scissors than my new pair of the Cutter Bees. So I put a little bit of washi tape on one of the handle holes so that I can see which scissor is the one that is old and which one is new. Kind of fun tidbit. After I cut it with my scissors, I'm gonna go and cut out all the little holes. I really enjoy this. I think it kind of completes the image a lot when you remove the white that is bigger than the width, or the double the width of the outline I have chosen. So that is how I kind of choose which holes I cut. If the white is wider than double thickness of the outer line, I do a hole in it, even if it's just a small hole. I'm using some of the sentiments from this pattern paper. This is the new Doodlebug Booze and Brews. I just love it, but I also love all of the Doodlebug designs. They are super adorable and cute. For the background, I am going to use both the papers are actually from my Mind's Eye paper pack, Halloween paper pack from last year, and the both the dotted paper and the kind of circular, because I'm cutting out a circle in that orange. I'm using the Simon Says Stamp stitched circular to cut that out. It just didn't get on camera. Then I'm just layering it on some slate grey cardstock, also by Simon Says Stamp. And then I'm layering that little circle, kind of like a moon. And then I realized I wanted to do something inside the card. So I'm using the You're So Sweet on the inside of the card. And then I'm using the Hey Pumpkin on the outside. So you get a Halloween card that at the same time is like this cute little greeting for someone to tell them that you like them, because you don't have to frighten people. I'm also using some of these matte enamel dots on it, and then the card is done. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just comment down below. If you like this, please thumbs it up, it means a lot to me. And all the details of all the card is in the description. Here are 2 other cards I made with some Make It Crafty images. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you later. Bye!